first let the homeowners know about the meeting. We always do like a save the date, so they're just aware of the meeting coming up. With that, we will send out a survey to homeowners. And we just ask a few very basic questions about their satisfaction with the community. Have they had any issues they've reported to us? And if so, were those issues resolved and satisfactorily? And then do they have any current issues? We want to know how the community is doing, so we ask that survey, but we also want to know, are there any issues that are going to come up? Or people want to, we have found that people tend to save things for the annual meeting, and then they come to the annual meeting with their own personal issues. And some people don't mind sitting there talking about their own personal issues while the other 35 or 45 people are sitting around wanting to talk about association issues. So we use this as a tool to try and head that off. Our goal with that is to try and ferret out what kind of issues there are in the community, and then have them reported to us, and then we have time to respond and deal with it. So that way, by the time we get to the annual meeting, their issues have been taken care of, they're not going to bring them up. So that has proven to be a pretty effective tool for us to be able to deal with that. And then we just, leading up to the meeting, we always try to keep our ear to the ground, to have an understanding of what kinds of issues there might be, and then just prepare ourselves to be able to talk about them. Now, we don't want to be defensive about issues. Homeowners are coming to an annual meeting because they have questions, and they might want to talk about issues because they have questions, or they don't fully understand what's going on. And so we never want to be defensive about it. It's to engage them in a conversation about it. A lot of it is just educating the homeowners on it. For a board to be prepared, I think they should be just ready for those kinds of questions that come up. But they should definitely be relying on the manager. I don't think the manager should be running the meeting. The board and the homeowner should do that. But the manager needs to be engaged and be present so that when there are questions that come up, the manager has the answer, is able to provide the answer. And that's one area that we've really tried to differentiate ourselves, is to be more actively engaged in that process. Another important thing that boards have to do in order to have a successful annual meeting is to meet quorum requirements. And for some communities, especially if they have 20, 25, or even 50% quorum requirement, that can be a bit challenging. And we've seen a change. Older communities with older homeowners, quorum is usually not an issue. It's the younger ones we tend to have an issue with, especially if it's 25% quorum or above. What we do is different from our competitors. I've never seen anyone else do this. Is we provide electronic proxies, and so homeowners can go onto our website and complete a proxy electronically. They can fill everything out. They can sign it and submit it all electronically. We've seen a dramatic decrease in the communities that don't make quorum by implementing that. And we will send out reminders to homeowners as we get closer to the meeting. If we're still under quorum with proxies alone, we will continue to send follow-up emails requesting proxies from homeowners. And that can save the association certainly a lot of time, because you don't have to reconvene a meeting, but there's also the expense of sending out another notice, potentially reserving another community room, going through all that expense. And by being more proactive in that process, we avoid that additional expense for the association. Just being prepared and all the activities that we're doing to manage, to help lead the community, are, I think, laying the groundwork for the successful annual meeting, because stuff's getting done, which homeowners feel good about, and they see that and they appreciate that. They see the manager on site walking around. We're out there middle of July, not so bad. January, when it's 20 below zero, yeah, it kind of sucks, but we're still out there. I have snowshoes. I will wear them in the middle of winter if there's enough snow. It's just what we do, and I think homeowners have an appreciation for that.